our world is ended in the last video. We got everything we need to build X-calibur as the
おいおい、見くびってもらっては困るな。こいつは草原にして厳粛な儀式だよ。エロリ、君から説明してやってくれないか？
あはー、お任せよ。
She makes a meaningless sexy pose and starts talking.
X カリバーの所有者となるものがね、素材であるブラを装着するのよ。それから右手に黒光りする棒、左手に生クリームをつけたバナナを持ち、高らかに呪文を唱えてくださいな。我は絶倫の王、来たれ X カリバーってね。
Not even 2 minutes in, and I need a cold shower.
その後に左手に持った生クリームをつけたバナナを一気に食べる。そうすれば黒き棒は絶倫剣 X カリバーへと奇跡の変化を遂げるのですわ。
I'm scared to laugh. I'm scared to laugh because it's disgusting. The even more stupid, nonsensical, and vulgar. It's even more stupid, nonsensical, and vulgar than I expected. It's way too clear that horror sound is. Horror sounds behind it. As soon as I said, I'll stare and amused eyes. The smugness in his expression is several levels above the average.
正解！若い抜きでよくそこまでの儀式を構築したらやるではないか。それでこそ我がソウルメイトであり前世からの相棒だ。
正解さん、それすごく面白そうだよ。言うの早く見てみたいな。
No! The two are actually overjoyed about
さ
this.
て、問題は誰がこの名誉ある役目を果たすかだ。
つまり誰がその恥ずかしい役を引き受けるのかってことね。
I don't know who will be, but I'm already feeling profoundly bad for them. Suddenly I realize that everyone's looking at me!
ちょっと待ってください。ひょっとしてひょっとしなくても僕がやれってことですか？
こういった役目はやはり君が適任だと思うんだ。
Oh my god, I choked myself. That's just abuse. That's just abuse.
はあ、レイジー、お前が真の勇者となる時が来たのだ。運命に身を委ねるのだ。Ride on! Destiny!
There's a word for this, and it is abuse. This is abuse.
説得するのも面倒だわ。さっさと決断しなさい。っていうか、あんたの他に誰がやるのよ。文句言わずにやんなさいよね。
Why can't Ori say him? He's no shame.
デイジ君、レジェンディングだよ。あら、坊やが絶倫剣 X カリバーの使い手となるのね。大丈夫。儀式は手取り足取り。私が導いてあげる。
So mean. I'll have to wear a bra while holding Fukashi in my right hand and a cream cookie in my left as quickly as possible. I'd rather die than do that. The Fukashi and the banana is one thing, but a bra, nope.
断固として拒否します。拒否します。拒否しますってば。
I knew this would happen. 30 minutes later, I stood on the rooftop. though vehemently refused. Though I vehemently refused, they completely ignored me. Oh no! No! I'm sorry, no. I'm sorry, no. I'm sorry, no. I'm sorry, no. Oh, my parents are... What is this? Treasure. Oh. On my bare torso, I'm wearing a Warisan's treasured H-cap, according to him, Brock. In my right hand, there's the Fugashi. In my left, there's a banana. The letters encoded Renaissance handiwork. I'm not proud of myself. Oh. Oh. The worst thing about this is that everyone's here to watch me embarrass myself. Or said stop crying and taking photos. Even Asa has taken out her phone. Such disgrace. The shame gives me severe pain. I want to die. Maybe I should just stop off. No, wait, that's an awful idea. I can't let myself die while looking like this. I'm crying, so crying for more reasons than one. Crap, if this disgrace was inevitable, they could have at least given me innocence. Bro. I think things you'd expect from ours are really cheers me on.
さあ坊や、儀式を始めるわよ。熱く激しく呪文を唱えてちょうだいね。
The spell is short, so I already memorized it. Might as well speak it quick. Lead to get through it as quickly as possible.
我は絶倫の誰エクスカリバー
That's for sure. I hit the cream covered banana.
あれ
However, nothing happened.
ダメですね。まだ坊やの中に羞恥心が残ってますよ。
Oh,
それを
shame!
拭い去らない限り、エクスカリバーは生成されませんわ。
Of course he's gonna have shame. It's not with me. I'm practically shame given human form right
レ
now.
イジ君、しっかり頼むよ。ベロベロス討伐は君にかかっているんだからね。
Then you do it, you have no shame.
だったら僕と変わってくださいよ
Exactly! I'm pretty damn serious about that, but worse than just places here before it's lived in. Toots and noodles. We get it to the sides.
あいにくブラジャーをつける趣味はないんだよね。
そんなの僕だってありませんから
They ignore me and just prepare another banana. Ah! We gotta look at it
や
again.
っちゃいましょう。
I raised my voice once
我
more.
は絶倫の王来たれエクスカリバー
The shame is so strong. Nothing changes.
まるでダメではないか
Erickson shakes his head to the sides in disappointment.
レッツ絶倫だよ。
You're such jerk, seriously hurts right now. Honestly, I'm about to break. I actually want to genuflex and beg them to make this stop. I don't care if that means that we'll be locked in this execution forever. But suddenly Orison says something
そう
insane.
か。そのズボンが生成の儀の妨げになっているかもしれないね。よし、レイジ君、思い切って脱いでみようか。
Ah! No! No way!
怖がらなくてもいいのよ。私が優しく 脱が
I don't have the strength. I don't have the strength. That does sound attractive, but now with all of them watching, if you do that, I'll never be able to come here again. Instead, I go look at Unison, who's responsible for the bananas.
ユラさん、次のバナナを生クリームてんこ盛りでお願いします。
任せて。
She brings him a banana with excessive amount of cream on it. If I fail now, there will be no second chance. Or isn't the type to back down. He'll surely pull my trunks down. Erica will make his cousin fan cut to his aid. And then there's Arrow too. I give my all to my next shout.
我は絶倫の王、来たれ X カリバー。
I then force the cream banana to my mouth and swallow it without even chewing properly. I choke and feel like I'm about to die, but then the fugashi starts to shine. Ah! It did! After the shine fades, I know the fugashi is not a silver sword. It looks much like the ones used by the heroes in RPGs. It's hard to believe it was a fugashi just now. It's weighty, but not too heavy for me to have trouble swinging it. In fact, the weight is just perfect for that. I'm the one who created it, so it's probably adjusted to my muscles.
わお、それこそが絶倫家 X カリバーだわ。坊や、おめでとう。チュッチュッ。
Eric clings to me and showers me in kisses. I'd enjoy it, but my appearances make it really hard. The girls stare don't help
あら
either.
やったじゃない、ブラウン。
Ah! Don't say that!
そうそう、あんたにしては頑張ったわ、ブラオ。
It's way too clear that they're making fun of me.
ブラオ。なるほど。それこそがレイジーの前世から受け継がれた真実の名前だったということか。
レイジ君は今日からブラオ君になったんだね。間違えないようにしなくっちゃ。
皆さん、ほんと勘弁してください。
Bleed came deep from my
終
heart.
わりさん、もう僕これを外してもいいんですよね。
まあ気に入ったならそのままでもいいがね。そうだ、そのブラジャーは頑張ってくれたお礼として君にプレゼントしようじゃないか。いろいろな方法で楽しんでくれたまえ。
I strongly refuse.
全力でお断りします。
おいおい、本気かい？こいつの価値がわからない君でもあるまい？
He looks at me like he's actually surprised. Why is he treating me like this? Like I'm his kindred spirit? Sure, this bro's probably a real treasure. As sad as it is, I can tell because I wore it. So I don't have a thing for having fun with bras. I can say that with absolute certainty. Not to mention, I don't want to hold on to something that makes me remember a really bad moment in my life.
真のブラ王を目指し、その先にあるブラ王に到達するためには、こいつが必ず必要になると思うんだがね。
思わないです。僕はブラオにもましてやブラ王にもなるつもりはありませんので。
そうか、それは残念だ。君とは変態仲間になれる気がしたんだがね。仕方あるまい。では俺が責任を持って楽しんでおくとするよ。
Yeah, you keep your dirty bra, you filthy man. Half sad, half pleads the words and puts the bra to his pocket. Honestly, that felt like a good peek at a true pervert's mentality. The Aurora said and then recomposes himself and makes a theatrical declaration.
さあ諸君、臨終ベロベロスを倒す武器は我らにあり。ついに奴に引導を渡す時が来たのだ。夜を待ち、第二次ベロベロス討伐作戦を開始する。
Night comes and we leave the office building. In my hand, I'm holding X-calibur, the result of that embarrassing ritual. Of course, I'm not wearing any bra or anything similar. I'm in my usual clothing. Even if they know they won't do much, others are wielding the weapons they had last night. We figured they can be useful for diversions.
よし、 みんな聞いてくれ。昨べの敗北を踏まえて俺なりに作戦を考えてみたんだ。
作戦ってブラオがその X カリバーでザクッといけば終わりなんじゃないの？
Asano-san says that with little care.
そうね。むしろブラオだけが言って私たちは基地に待機していたって構わないんじゃないかしら。
Even Asano-san doesn't keep her cold comments to herself.
いや、そんな全部僕に任せないでくださいよ。あといい加減ブラオはやめてください。
Asano-san's grinning while Natsumi-san is smirking faintly. They clearly want to get the most out of the nickname.
話を元に戻すぞ。作戦についてだ。
Ori-san starts his explanation. The deciding factor here is the climax blade I'm holding, but it won't do anything if I don't land it on the enemy. With that in mind, Ori-san decided that Yuno-san will first attract the thing. Natsumi-san and Erui seduce its tentacles and create an opening. I'll have to use it to attack it with the
どう
X-calibur.
だ、完璧な作戦だろ。
ちょっと待って、私はどうすればいいの？
残念ながらお前は戦力外だ。お前の体では
That is so
ベロベロ
mean.
スを引き寄せられないからな。
妹さんと違って残念な胸ですもんね。ほんと同情してしまいますわ。
言うのと比べないで。あと残念って言うな。
ちょっと待って。私とエロリーでベロベロスを誘惑？冗談はやめてほしいわ。またベトベトにされるのはごめんよ。
気持ちはわかるが、ここは二人に頼むしかない。何？あくまで触手を引きつければいいだけのことだ。俺と
任せておけ、夏美先生。我が輩のこのビッグマグナムが先生に巻きつこうとする触手に炸裂するからな。
He raises his airsoft gun in the air and strikes a pose.
触手にさえ邪魔されなければ、あとはレイジ君が全力でベロベロスに飛び込んでいくだけだ。絶倫剣 X カリバーで奴を倒すことができる。初。
おまりさん、今小さな声ではずって言いましたよね。
いや、そんなことはないよ。陰獣ベロベロスは絶倫剣 X カリバーで倒せる。その設定に間違いないはずだ。うん、安心してくれたまえ。
He's grinning. That's not quite enough to convince me, but I choose to believe him. I mean, the blade itself feels like it's capable of slaying that monster. It's really hard to believe its base was a Fugashi.
それでは皆さん、そろそろ行っちゃいましょうね。
うん。ではこれより第二次ベロベロス討伐作戦を開始する。
We walk around the night town in search of the monster. I feel like we're an RPG party. When you look at it like that, I, the one with the sure kill sword, and the hero here, Ori-san is a perverted gambler, Uruka-san is a delusional man-child gunner who talks weird, Natsumi-san is the chaotic witch, Asano-san is the unfortunate, we're here, Yuno-san is the almighty is the airhead sage. Well, Arrow, she's just what she looks like, the perverted warrior. That more or less sums it up. So I become excited about what's to
皆
come.
さん、いたわよ。ベロベロスのお出ましなのね。
We look where Arrow is pointing and see a weird outline beyond the Kaminariman. Ah! You see, it's wiggling tentacles. There's no mistaking it. That's velovelos.
よし、ユーノ。作戦通り頼んだぞ。
了解であります。
She cheerfully runs off and approaches the velovelos with a hint of fear in
ベ
her
ロベ
step.
ロスさん、ユーノと遊びませんか？
Well, that's certainly bold. Velovelos' protruding eyeballs face Yuno-san, or rather, her voluptuous chest. Monster raises his voice and drags its large friend towards her. Son screams a bit and turns around and runs away from it. It sends its flexible tentacles
エ
towards
ロリ
her.
ー、ナツミ、誘惑攻撃だ。なるべく胸を揺らして戦え。
Yuno-san gives quite an absurd one at that.
私に任せて。華麗に行っちゃいますわよ。 いるか。絶対に私を触手から守るのよ。またベタベタになったりしたら、あなたを的にして G ペンでダーツをしてやるから。
Eerily and Natsumi some both start to act. They stand on the monster's side and show themselves off. Eerily has a bomb of a body with a bust of 100 centimeters and looks thin around that area. She's definitely not without a chest. Here's a determined prey makes velovelos perplexed. Redirects its tentacles towards them, but
はしゃぎすぎだぜ、ベイベー。
Eureka-san pulls the trigger. The BB pellet shot powered to penetrate canned juice lands directly on one of the tentacles. Ori-sen's bat hits the tentacles headed for Eerily.
チャンスだ、レイジ君。今こそ絶輪剣 X カリバーで陰獣ベロベロスにとどめよう。
No wasting time, I brandish the X-calibur horizontally. I dash towards the monster's defenseless body. Panics and tries to retract the tentacles to defend itself, but I reach it before it can. A soft, unpleasant sensation. My blade goes deep into Velovelos' body. It releases a scream unlike any other so far. I feel like it's dying wail. So Velovelos starts to weaken. After waving its tentacles in agony, it collapses and stops moving.
やった。
I know I should be happy right now, but I just became absent-minded. Albeit belated, the fact that I just fought such a monster makes me scared. My hands are shaking. Ino-san hugs me from behind. Two-pronged makes my shaking stop. Asano-san forces her away from me, but then she looks at me with a smile.
レイジー、やったじゃない。初めてあんたのことちょっとだけかっこいいかもって錯覚したわ。本当にちょっとだけだけどね。
ま、私たちのお膳立てがあったのだから当然のことだけど。
Oh, come on, you guys.
一応はお礼を
You
言
can be a
う。
little nicer than that. Asano-san and Natsume-san are actually praising me. Honestly, I moved beyond the words. Clearly, that doesn't last for
お
long.
い、なんだか様子がおかしいぞよ。危険を察知する我が輩の特殊能力、デンジャラスセンサーがビンビンに反応しているぞ。
You don't need any special to tell that something's going on. Velovelos is actually wriggling around it again. It slowly gets up. She shakes, making the X-calibur slip out of its body, transforming into something even more vile. Oh! Its two eyes have become forward. The number of its tentacles increases as well. Grows to become 2 or 3 times larger. The monster is at least 10 meters tall now.
そうだ、思い出した。
Ah, you fuck! Ori-san shouts out
ベ
loud.
ロベロスの心臓は後頭部に設定してあったんだ。それを貫かない限りベロベロス、一度倒されかけたベロベロスは究極の変態化を遂げ極上ベロベロスへと進化するのだ。どうせボツキャラだろうとパラメータ調整を何もしていないからほぼ無敵。みんな逃げるぞ。
Oh man! It's way faster than before. Tentacles have a far greater reach. Catch it, Yuno-san, Natsume-san, Eerily.
ユナさん、夏美さん、エロリー。まずい、また3人がベトベトに。いや、レイジ君、それは違うんだ。
San makes a grim face and shakes
ノー
his
マル
head.
ベロベロスは粘液でベトベトにするぐらいで満足していたが極上ベロベロスは性欲の根源。そんなレベルではない。
じゃあ、どんなレベルなんですか。
ほら、触手もののアダルトゲームがあるだろう。もはやあのレベルだ。
ちょっと待ってくださいよ。それって
I can't help but raise my voice.
浅野さんだけが無事で、他のみんなは凌辱されてしまうってことじゃないですか。
私だけが無事ってとこそんなに強調しないで。
doesn't interest even the incarnation. Well, she gets mad and shouts at Awari-san.
どうにかしなさいよ。もしあんなのに言うのが傷物にされたら、あんたを絶対許さないから。
俺だってどうにかしたい。どうにかしたいが。
He seems to be in despair, a rarity for him. The talk Velva's prime starts degrading the girls.
何よこれ。ちょっと何をする気？
It's like Velva's illusion improved its slime too. It's now melting their clothes.
ぬめぬめの触手がユーノのセーラー服どかしてる。気持ち悪いよ。はあ、私このままとろけてしまいますわ。
Oh gosh, shut up, girl. We should just leave her like this.
ちょっとやめなさい。それ以上は許さないんだから。
エイジ君、ユーノはもう限界だよ。このままじゃ全部トロトロにされちゃうよ。
But that can't be said for the other two. I can't allow this. Climax Lady, X-calibur, I am the hero. I gotta fulfill my role and save them. With that conviction in my heart, I pick up the blade off the ground, raise it and dash towards Velovelos. So what goes me with his tentacle attack? God, it has more tentacles now. I can't dodge them all. The moment I think that, the world suddenly turns black. Oh dear. Huh? I have no idea what happened. I was accused of it now. I'm so back in the office's conference space. To be precise, I was on the floor and I woke up screaming. My hand disappeared as it was never there to begin with. Table and half-eaten pizza and snacks and half full bottles of juice. I realized that my vision is limited and notice that I'm wearing my New World goggles. See the rest of Jason also lying on the floor. They're wearing their New World goggles too. Airoi and velovelos are nowhere in sight. They vanished like mist. San gets up. She's followed by Asuna-san, Yuna-san, Urika-san, and Owari-san. All of them seem dumbfounded. No one told us to, but we all take off goggles.
あれねえ、これどうなってんの？私たちさっきまで浅草の街にいたわよね。ベロベロスの触手に捕まっていやらしいことされそうになってたんだよ。
Huh? That's weird.
服溶けてないね。
ベトベトにもなっていないし、これってどういうことかしら。
おいみんな、スマホで日付を確認するなりよ。なんだかおかしいことになっておるぞ。
We all do what he says. Dang time mine shows
ちょっ
us.
と待って、これっておかしいでしょ。だって私たちずっとここに泊まってるのよ。それに日曜日の9時半って言ったらセブン評議会が終わってから2時間ぐらいしか経ってないじゃない。そんなはずないよ。だってユーノたちお家に帰れなくて戻ってきたんだもん。それからエロリーちゃんと会ったりベロベロスと戦ったりして2日は経ってるはずだよね。
Huh?
そうよ。2日経っているはずだわ。なのにどうして日付が合わないの？
いや、どうもそうじゃないらしいな。
Owari-san checks laptop on the table, the one he used to chat with Tatiana.
日曜夜7時頃に新世界ゴーグルでワールドプログラムのデモンストレーションを行ったのを覚えているかい？
もちろんよ。でも途中でプログラムが強制終了したとかで中止になったでしょ。
俺たちの認識ではそうだ。しかしその後のターニシカとボイスチャットの録音データがここに載ってる。
Owari-san runs the recorded data. We all fall silent and just listen to Tatiana's sound's voice.
おーい、どうしたのだ？急に黙ったりして。ほら、なんか反応しろ。誰か、もしもーし。繋がってるのは分かってるのだ。許すは許さないのだ。正解、無視するな。この変態うんこ野郎。ごめんなのだ。放置プレイは嫌なのだ。 返事なしか。
That is strange as hell.
もういいぞ。そっちが無視するならターニャだって接続をプチンなのだ。3時間も待ってやったんだからな。感謝するんだぞ。
The recording
ター
ends.
ニチカがログアウトしたのが今からほんの数分前ということは、俺たちはワールドプログラムの暴走直後から2時間ほど意識を失っていた。ターニチカの泣き言を誰も聞いていないのが何よりの証拠だからね。
世界。それでは我が輩たちはみんな揃って意識を失っていただけでなく、同じ夢まで見ていたということになるではないか。
一応俺たちが見たのが同じ夢だったのか、そいつを確認しておこうか。
A sound proposal.
セブン評議会が終わった後、帰ったはずのレイジ君、浅野、ユウノに強引に誘われて夜の浅草に出た。そこで俺たちは
アンブリバブー、ローブリバブ現象を体験したのである。
それから怪しい怪物の影を見つけて基地に逃げてきたのよ。
で次の日に外に出てロープレマップ現象を調べてたら、エロリーってバカ父の NPC と出会ったのよ。その夜に1回目のベロベロス討伐作戦をしたんだけど失敗しちゃったんだよね。
次の日になってベロベロスを倒す剣の作り方をエロリーが喋り出して、素材を集めてバイトさんがブラウに。
夏美さんやめてください。たとえ夢だったとしても思い出したくないんですから。
I wouldn't want to remember it either.
それから第二次ベロベロス討伐作戦が行われた。レイジはなかなか奮闘してくれたが、まさかベロベロスがあんな進化を遂げるとは。
でね、パワーアップしたベロベロスにユーノたちがいやらしいことされそうになった時に目が覚めたんだよね。
驚いたな。俺たちの夢の記憶は完全に一致してるじゃないか。
That's scary as hell. Ori sounded so shocked that his voice is hoarse. Hoarse. I don't know how to pronounce that word right.
これは一体どういうことなんだ？集団催眠？いや、それにしてはあまりに整合性が取りすぎているか。
He folds his arms and thinks. A short while passes, but he doesn't seem to come up with an answer.
どうでもいいけど今日はもう休ませてくれない？夢とは思えないぐらいに疲れてしまっているのよ。
I'm with her there. I feel so tired you'd think I'd actually fought the monster.
まあそうだね。今晩のところは解散して各自ゆっくり体を休めてくれよ。
Even Ori-san looks fatigued. The way he cracks his neck makes it clear that full experience gave him some stiff shoulders.
しかし本当にどういうことなんだ。まるで狐にでも化かされたような気分だね。
Actually, none of us reply to him. Though he let us go, I really didn't feel like leaving the office building. I'm too uneasy. I mean, what would I do? Yet the RP map phenomenon happens again. So I don't intend to spend the night here. I actually feel like I've been here for 2 days. I want to go back to my apartment at least once. The shower I took wasn't real either, so I still feel Yuno-san's shape steer up on my back. Asano-san and Yuno-san left a short while ago, and they're not coming back, so I decided to leave too. I go through the night town, heading for the Asakusa Station's Tobu line. Soon enough I reach the Kaminari-mon Street. Upon reaching the Kaminari-mon itself, I stop in place. I'm close to where it happened. I could come this far in that dream too. The loop starts a bit further on, where I try to cross the intersection before the Asakusa Station. A chill goes down my spine as I remember the hell from back then. I see the Asakusa Station right in front of me. It's so close, yet so distant.
大丈夫だ。もう悪夢は終わったんだから。
I convince myself and walk forward. I pass the intersection before the station, towards the station itself, and arrived at it. Even though it's late at the Late in the evening, the station is full of people returning back home. The dream world didn't have a single person anywhere. It was desolate. I should have realized that something was wrong just because of that. Oh man, the nightmare is actually over. I'm overwhelmed with relief. I use my card to pass the ticket barrier and go to the Tobu Line platform. I'm just in time for the train, so I quickly run inside. Thankfully, it's not particularly crowded, so I just grab an open seat. Looks like there's still some time until it takes off. I patiently wait for the time. But anyway, what's up with that experience? I know that I won't get any answers just by thinking about it, but I can't help it. I think most of us somewhat understood that the sealed Asakusa wasn't the real world. The RP map phenomenon, games, NPCs, and monsters made manifest. Such things cannot happen in reality. Even so, it was just way too realistic for me to write off as just another dream. I can still feel the remnants of the feeling of holding the climax blade. The experience was both extremely strange and incomprehensible. The bell rings. I raise my face to see something that makes me gasp. On the platform, there's a girl in a white one-piece dress. She looks much like the girl I met during the World Program experiments from 2 days ago. No, this noon. Surrounded by the ruins of Asakusa, she looked at me and said, "Be careful, the world is about to start." I never came to understand what those words meant. In fact, I just wrote it off as a delusion I saw because of the heat stroke. But if she's really the girl from back then, I should ask her what she meant by that. Suddenly, she raised her phone and pointedly directs it at me. My smartphone receives a message. I take it out and look at it. The sender is unknown, but I open it regardless. Be careful, the world has already begun. Back during the experiment at Asakusa, she said, "Careful, the world is about to start." But now it's, "Be careful, the world has already begun." Again, what am I supposed to make of this? I rise up from my seat to get out the train and ask her. But she has completely disappeared from my sight during the moment I checked the message. As I become dumbfounded, the train's doors close. Then it slowly starts to move. I look at the message again. Be careful, the world has already begun. As the train moves along, I can't shake the feeling that something outrageous will happen soon. And that's it for this video, guys. We're going to be going on to Chapter 3, Black Men's Raid. So I'll see you guys next time.